Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so today we will learn all about the data type conversation. This is the last topic about the data type. We will learn all the topics regarding next few levels. Okay, so don't worry about that. So here you can see like data type conversation. So conversation is nothing but one data type to another data type. If you want to convert one data type to another data type, so you can convert. Okay, let's say this is the example like storing student marks as a string value. So 72 is the number, but you can see in single quote is a string, right? Now is a string. You can see this is also a string. This is also a string, right? But without this quote, single quote, that is called integer. That's why I'm taking like string here because it's a single quote. That's why data type should be string, then variable name, and then all the things, right? After that you can see like string total equal to, first of all check this one. So before that let me show you with practical some small example, then we will move this example, right? So let me open my Google and then let me log in my org, that is called development training. And after that you can see I successfully logged in my org, you can see. And just open developer console, or that is called anonymous window to execute your temporary code. So just click this gear icon and here you can see developer console, right? Just right click, open new tab, and here you can see developer console is open now. Once you open this one, the developer console, so you have to open anonymous window as well, like debug. Under the debug you can select open execute anonymous window. Just click this one and it's showing me one window, this one, right? And first of all let me add one thing like string. Okay, string, let's say name equal to, or let's say num like that, yeah, is something like that, equal to some age like 30, right? So here you can see that this is a single quote. Single quote means this is a string format, right? So if you want to store any integer value into the string, so always use this single quote, right? Then you can store into the this string data type and this variable like is, right? Then how to convert this string value into the integer value? So how to do that? So first of all you have to use type conversion. So in case in your project or anything, if you want to conversion, okay, one data type to another data type, so how to do that? So first of all you have to use like integer class. This is a predefined integer class that we have value of, right? Value of method. Under this value of method you have to write your string here, right? This one, and it's always written as a integer because it's a typecast is integer. So let me add like integer here, integer result, something like that, result equal to, you can see my value like that. Okay, so you want to change these things like string to integer, so you can change with the help of value of method under particular class. So it is for integer, you can change integer to string with the help of string instead of integer, right? So how to print that, you know very well, system.debug, and just a second, debug, and you have to print this result as well. Okay, just copy this result and paste it here, right? And execute in open log, execute like that. So after that you can see my log with my particular result. So let me check. You can see 30, right? And this is a string, and I just change this string to integer with the help of value of method, and you can see the output as a 30, right? This is for string conversion to, like, let me add the comment, string to integer, right? I want to change this integer to string, vice versa, like integer to string. So how to do that? So first of all, you have to write integer. Okay, integer, like let's say salary. Okay, salary, something like that. So you have to write your integer here, or we can say that if you want to change any string to integer, so you can use this one. Otherwise, you can change like that. Let me show you. Let's say any value as you want. This one, right? So this is a salary. Let me add R here. This is a salary, integer salary, and I want to change this salary into the string. So how to do that? So in string class, we have value of method. You can see, just let me expand and increase the size of this anonymous window, and you can see my value method, like value of. Just dot and type value of. Here you can see integer, double, string. You can see everything here, right? So how to use that? Just use value of here, and just you have to use like variable. Which variable? This variable, salary here, right? And it's written me, what written me? So it's always written me string. So you can store into the string str equal to this one, right? And how to print that, you know very well, like system.debug, and you can print like str. Okay, just execute here, and after that you can see this type conversation. You can change everything as you want. Okay, so here you can see this is an integer, this is a like this is integer, this is a string, and finally you can see all two outputs from here to here. So I hope you are clear, right? Any question, any query regarding this?
No, I don't have any queries.
Yeah. So if you want to change anything, any data type to another data type, so you can use value of method, right? In particular classes, like I want to use integer, so that's why I am using integer. I want to use as a string, so you can use string class, right? It's a predefined class. Okay. So this is a small things about the data type conversation. Now it's time to do another things like conditional statement. Okay, so how to work on the conditional statement? So you can work conditional statement. There are so many things like conditional statement. So first of all, let me explain what is conditional statement. So conditional statement are used to add one or more statement to get verified before executing statement. Okay, it's a branches. Branches is nothing but look like as a tree. So tree has many more branches, right? Based on your branches, you can move on other things, right? So here you can see like conditional statement. So conditionally, we can render our code. Like if all the specified condition are satisfied, that we can execute the statement, else we can skip the execution of the statement. This is the definition of the conditional statement. So under the Apex provide three types of conditional statement, that is called if condition, switch statement, and finally ternary operator. Okay, so let me explain first this if condition with some small example as well, some tricky example and some use cases for you. Okay, so here you can see like if condition. So this is also one of the condition of statement to be used, add or more condition to be verified before executing the statement. Okay, so it's having four types of if. Here you can see like it's provide the below formats like simple if, right? If else condition, else if condition, or nested if. So there are four types under this if statement, you can see, right? Then we have switch case, like simple if condition first of all. So let me explain this simple if condition. This is the syntax, like if, then you have to write your condition. Okay, and then you have to write your statement here. Okay, then let's say for example, let me remove this one, and here you can see like yeah, integer num1 equal to 10. Okay, this is the first number, and I want to check this number is greater than 0 or not. So how to do that? First of all, we have to write some conditional statement. This is if syntax, and you have to write your condition here, like if condition, right, condition, and here you can see this is a comment, and after that you have to write your statement here, like write your mm, write your statement here, right? Then you can follow the syntax and you can check like if this is the syntax, and check the num1 is greater than 0, and if greater than 0, so we can print something like hello and something as you want, like hello apex, right? So this is a syntax. Here you can see this is a syntax, all the things, and you can implement with example, simple if, right? How to execute that? So just click this execute, and after that you can see the output. Just go ahead here, and you can see like hello apex, because of that condition is true, right? This one num1 means 10 is greater than 0. Yes, it's a greater than, then it's automatic comes here because of it's a true condition. This is true condition, right? That's why it's entered the if block. So this is curly bracket is nothing but it's a block. This one, this curly bracket, two curly bracket, it's a block. It's a scope, we can say that, right? So this is a simple if example. We can move on the some tricky example. Let's say we have each condition should follow the below syntax, like variable name, operator, and then value, like second number 0, salary this one, industry equal to banking, location equal to this one, and is active true, something like that, right? But let me show you another example in this scenario. So let me remove this one, and let me use like string for string purpose, like string name equal to Rohit, something like that. If name is equal to Rohit, so I want to execute something. So just here you can see under the if condition, you can check like name equal to this is the double equal to check the string like Rohit, and just here you have to write your system.debug. Under this debug, you can print this is Rohit, like that. How to execute that? Just execute, and after that you can see my code successfully execute. Now you can see like this is Rohit, because of this comparison operator equal to is checking both string, like this is equal to this name or not. Okay, so Prasanta, you have any question till now?
No, no.
Is it clear for you?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the comparison operator. Comparison means both side comparison. Like this is right side, this is left side. You can comparison like this is name, right? And this is another hard coded value. And you can comparison with the help of this double equal to. And name is contain Rohit. Here you can see. And also Rohit equal to Rohit. Yes. So if is this is true, then this line of code is execute here, right? This is okay. And we will move on the this is a string part. Let me add here like string value. This is the comment. And now another things like boolean value. Boolean value. How to work on the boolean value? Like if you want to declare any variable or any value as a boolean, so always use boolean data type like boolean bool equal to true, something like that. If bool, okay, so in the latest standard in the Apex, so no need worry about to comparison bool like equal to true like that. You can give this one, that is right, but you cannot, if you don't want to take this thing, so you can use like that. This is a simple way. Or let me write this true here and check like system dot debug. This is boolean, okay, value, something like that, and execute this highlighted area. I want to execute this particular highlighted area here to here. So just you have to click this execute highlighted, not execute, because execute always execute all the line of code, not specific. And if you want to execute some specific line of code, so always select this value, select this line and execute this highlighted area. So those piece of code will be execute. So here you can see this is boolean value, right here. Also you can remove this true as well, because nowadays no need worry about to comparison boolean. Okay, so you can execute this one as well. Here you can see. So let's say our result came or not. You can see this is boolean. This one. This is boolean value. Right. So do you have any question, query till now regarding this?
No.
All clear?
Yes, yes.
Okay, fine. So let me show you another example. So you can do any example as you want, or also you can use like, let's say this is a simple example. You can see like second number is greater than 0, cell is greater than 20,000, industry banking, as we already did these things like comparison operator and location like that. Phone number is null, true, and also you can combine with the help of AND operator. Here you can see AND operator. We already did these things, so you can also try these things. So you can do this thing, or let me explain this one.
No, I can do it.
Okay, okay, fine. So here you can see another example. Let's say integer first number, second number, and result. I have three number, right? And I want to do some operation like arithmetical operation, plus, minus, addition, subtraction, something like that, or multiplication, division, something like that, right? So how to do that? Let's say this is a first number, this is a second number, and I have another variable that is called in result. So I want to store result under these two variable, like first number plus second number, that is called uh, 2500 plus 0, and system.debug. Under the system.debug you can see the operation that is called result. So let me do that, these things here. Let's say like integer, you can declare all the variable in same line with same data type. We already discussed this thing, like first num, okay, then second num, then result, like that. You can declare same variable with same data type, like that. Different variable with same data type, you can see here, right? And also you can initialize this first num equal to 10, right? And second num equal to 20, and under the result I want to perform some operation like result equal to first num plus second num, right? And you have to print like system.debug. Under this system.debug you have to write like addition is, then colon, space, plus, then you have to write your result variable here. This is for addition. Let me add here for addition here, right? This is for addition. Now again, if you want to execute this code, so you can execute, otherwise we can write our whole code for subtraction, multiplication, and division as well. So just execute here and you can see the output, like here you can see addition is 30, you can see, right? Addition is 30. So you can do all the remaining operation. Okay, same thing you can change for subtraction, multiplication, and division. Okay, So this is the way another things you can do that. Now let's move else if condition. Previously we can see only if condition, simple if. Now you can see here if else condition. Okay, so how to do that? So let me do one thing for you, like if else condition, how to work on that. Okay, so condition you can work here, like if this condition is true, so you have to write your condition here, like condition, this is the syntax, like condition, and write your statement here, right? Else if condition is false, so it's checking the true value here, true. If it is true condition, that's why this line of code is execute, otherwise not execute. Otherwise this else block is execute, else here, and this is for write your statement here for false value, false value, right? This is for false, and this is for like true value here, like value true value, right? Here you can see this is the true value. Okay, so suppose that your condition is like 3 is greater than 1. Yes, 3 is greater than 1. So you can execute this line number 4. Otherwise, it's automatic execute this line of code. That is called else block. This is one block. This is another block. It is always execute with the help of true. It's always execute with the help of false. So it's always run with the help of false condition. Is it clear to you? This is a syntax.
Okay.
Okay. Then we will move like some if else condition, that is called like integer num1 equal to 20. Okay. Let's say, let me check this num1 is less than 0. Okay. Or just greater than 0 first. Okay. Then like system dot debug, and you have to write like if block is executed here, right? Then if this condition is false, so that block is execute automatic like else, like system dot debug and else block is executed here, something like that. So in this condition you can check like num1 means 20. 20 is greater than 0. Yes, 20 is greater than 0, like that. 20 is greater than 0, like that. So it's a true condition. So in case of true, so it's line number 4 is execute, otherwise it execute line number 8. So let's say which is execute, which line of code is execute, Sanjana?
Mm, first one. First.
Else block,
If block.
else or if?
If.
Yes, exactly. You are right. So if block is execute, right? Because of our condition is true. So let me check, and you can see after some time. Just click debug only, and here you can see if block is execute here, right? If block, and suppose that I want to make these changes like in this scenario. Okay, so how to do that? Like 20 is less than 0. So 20 is less than 0. Yes or no?
Yes.
20 is less than 0.
Sorry, no.
So no means false, right? So which
Yes.
line of code is execute or not? Which line of code?
Else condition.
Yeah. So else always run false condition, no condition, right?
Yes.
Please keep in your mind. This is false condition. So this line of code not execute. This number of 4 line not execute. Number of 8 line is execute. So let's check. And here, after that, you can see here this one. You can see else block is execute here, right? Else block. So is it clear for you? Like if block, else block, if else block.
Yes.
Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So let me move next one. So here you can see like if condition. So true block is execute, that is called success. Else condition, false block is execute, that is failed. Right? This is the syntax. Now you can see it will execute the true block statement if all the specific condition are satisfied, else it will execute the false block statement. Right? Let's say
Yes.
this is the example. This is the example like integer, first number, second number, result, all the things like plus, addition, subtraction, multiplication. Okay, but let me check. Suppose uh, let me do that one thing for you, and you can easily understand. Like integer num1 equal to 10. Okay, and num2 equal to 20. Right? And how to print that? You can print with the help of system.debug, right? And uh, let me add another variable that is called result here, like result. Okay, you can initialize and you can declare the variable in the same line with the same data type you can see here, right? We know already these things. Okay, then uh, first of all, let me perform some additional operation here, like addition operation. Right? So how to perform this addition operation here? So I want to store the result in num1, this num1 and num2 result into the result field or result variable, num1 and num2 here, and I want to print system.debug, sorry, debug and addition. Okay, like addition equal to result, right? Result, execute here, and finally you can see the output as we expect here. You can see 30, right? But my another condition for multiplication, like multiplication. So how to perform multiple operation or multiplication operation, like result equal to num1, right? And this is the into means multiplication, num1 into num2, and you can print with the help of system.debug all the statement like result here, right? And also you can print like multiplication, this like that, and plus, and execute. After that you can see the execution process and see the particular output. Okay, and just here you can see like addition 30, multiplication 10 into 20 means 200, right? Is it clear for you, this one?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So now I have one scenario like division. In division, we have some problem. What is problem? You cannot divide by zero. You know very well mathematics in school days or college days. Okay. We cannot divide any zero value. Okay. Any number with zero value. Also, you can check this example like here. If second number is greater than 0, so you can perform the that is called division operation. Otherwise, here you can see we cannot perform division and modulus operator that divided by the 0. Here you can see. So how to do that? Let me do one thing. Here, let me change this num2 equal to 0. And now you can see the output based on your requirement. Let's say this one. Let me check. This one is loading. Now you can see, and here you can see like addition is 10 because of num1 have 10 value, num2 have 0 value. So 10 plus 0 equal to 10, and multiplication means 10 into 0 equal to 0. Here you can see, right? But now this is the scenario for division. Okay, division operation. Suppose that I have, you can see like result equal to num1 divided by num2 directly. If you want to use this one, so it's throwing me some error. What is error? You can see under system.debug, and if you want to print result here, so it's throwing me error because we cannot divide 0 any number divided by 0 or any number, right? Let's say I have number this 1 to 4, and if you want to divide by 0, this is a mathematical rule. We cannot divide it by any number with 0. This is the mathematical rule. Okay, please keep in your mind this one. So here you can see what is the value of num1? Prasana, what is the value of num1?
Num1 10.
Yes, and num2?
0.
Yeah. So if you divide this one like 10 divided by 0, it is valid or not valid?
It's not valid.
Yep. So that's why I will get some error. So what is the error? Just execute this one and you can see like system.met exception divided by 0. Right? So it's throwing me error. We cannot divide by 0 any number. Right? Please keep in your
Yes.
mind. So my question is how to avoid this problem in my code or in your code or any code as you want. So first of all, let's say check the second number. Okay, means num2. Check second number like num2 is greater than 0 or not. First of all, check this number. Okay. First of all, check this number like num2 is greater than 0 or not. If greater, so you can perform like result this operation. Just cut this code and paste it here under this block. Right? Okay. Select all and control shift tab. You can manage all the things. Right? You can see if num2 is greater than 0, so you can perform the division operation, otherwise you cannot. And else block, like else block, under the else block we have to write like system.debug. You cannot perform division operation in this context because of num2 is 0, something like that. Okay, you can give any message as you want. Okay, here you can see. So this time I check this condition. So this time is throwing me error or not? What output will become?
First one.
So if you want to check like under the if block, like 0 is greater than 0, false. 0 is greater than 0 is not valid, right? So in
No.
this false condition, which block is executed?
Second one. Second else block.
Yep. So second is execute, this one. And you cannot see any error because we already handle this error with the help of condition, right? Already
Yes.
checked, like if num2 is greater than 0, so that's why is printing here, otherwise is not will printing anything, right? You can print this error, this warning here, that is called system.debug under the system.debug, and you can see the output and no error. You can see here no error, and under the debug log you can see like you cannot perform division operation in this context because of number 2 is 0, right?
Yes.
This is clear for you?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So this is all about the if else conditions in your context. Or let me show you another example. This is a use case. You have to write this code, like write an Apex program to find out the result of the student. We have 5 subject of the students and pass if the student got more than 40 marks in all subject. Okay, then we will give this if condition, otherwise fails if the students got less than 40 marks, so any subject. So how to do that? You can do in your side. For let's say for example, I have 5 subject like English, Hindi, maths, physics, chemistry and total. So you can do with the help of these things, like I have some uh, uh, marks here, like English equal to 85, something like that. So you can do with the help of something here, right? Is it clear for you? Prasanna?
Yeah. Can you show me that once? That.
Yeah, this is a use case. Let me show you use case here. This is a question here to here. You have to do these things. If you don't do these things, so I will explain in next session.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Try to understand and try to read these things. I have 5 subject. Okay. Under the 5 subject, I have one condition, like if condition, like all the marks is greater than 40. So it's showing me like pass, otherwise fail.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, fine. And also another use case is like write a Apex program to find out the biggest number of the given two number. Like I have two number like number 1, number 2. So how to find out the biggest number between two number? This is two assignment for you.
Okay.
Okay. So you can do this two example, and Monday onwards we will learn all the conditional statement and some iteration like for loop, while loop, do while loop, and for
Can you
each.
take
And
class tomorrow? Is it possible?
tomorrow I have one session, means my Trailhead modules or Trailhead meeting with Salesforce. So I don't have any time in weekend like Saturday and Sunday. Okay, you
Okay.
can give this class in any other another Saturday. So don't worry about it. Okay.
Okay.